Good evening, you're watching the news on Croatian television. Despite the fact that Russian banks Sberbank and VTB both announced yesterday that they would not participate in a new line of credit for Agrokor, government has confirmed that it will continue to hold talks with the two banks, something Economy Minister Martina Dalic is expected to do during her ongoing visit to St. Petersburg. Meanwhile, according to media reports, Agrokor's emergency administrator, Ante Ramljak, is preparing to appoint new management in a number of Agrokor's daughter companies. A meeting of Agrokor's creditors was held last night.
Yesterday, Mr. Ramljak presented to us what actions have been taken over the past month and a half and presented a plan for his future course of action. Personally, as the representative of smaller suppliers, I am pleased that this plan has taken into account the coming harvest.
According to the Croatian National Bank, banks operating in Croatia reported pre-tax profits of more than 60 million euro in the first quarter of 2017. This is 70% less than in the first quarter of last year. The number of banks operating at a loss also increased from 6 to 10. The Croatian Bankers Association says the reduced profitability is due to an increase in loan loss provision expenses. Zagrebačka banka saw the biggest losses at more than 30 million euro. Independent MP Marin Škibola, a member of the Change Croatia bench in Parliament, today resolutely rejected media speculation that he would support the HDZ in forming a new parliamentary majority. He added that he would also not back the opposition SDP. Thousands of people protested in cities throughout the country last night over stalled educational reforms. Around 20,000 people marched in the capital demanding the resignation of Education Minister Pavo Barišić and the new chair of the commission tasked with overhauling the education system, Dijana Vican. Speaking on Croatian television last night, Vican insisted that the reforms are in full swing.
Let's not squabble over the pathways of the strategy. Let's just say we have serious work to do, serious partners, and that this is a difficult task, as this group here has experienced for itself, that the number of people involved is growing and that the reforms are proceeding at a fast pace. You'll see the results on September 1st, and parents, teachers, and principals will be pleased.
This story that these are Milanović's or Karamarko's reforms means nothing to the teachers and parents, or to me as a parent and to my children. I repeat that a society must have continuity. It must have a vision of its development over the next 10-20 years. Because this reform is not tied to 2017 or 2018, it is tied to how these kids will live in 2030 or 2040.
After more than a decade, the fourth section of the Solin-Trogir road from Kaštel Kambelovac to Kaštel Stari was open to traffic today. The 5.5-kilometer-long section of road is equipped with a 3-kilometer-long service road and should dramatically ease traffic during the tourist season. The new road will cut travel time from Solin to Trogir in half. 10 countries of the Danube region, including Croatia, have launched the Dry Danube Project, an effort to draft a joint strategy to defend against climate variability and the risk of drought. The incidence of drought around the Danube River in eastern Croatia has doubled in the past 2 decades. This has had a significant effect on farming and the regional economy.
With this project, we will get an overview of which measures Croatia will actively implement. We have already prepared for this with our strategic documents on irrigation and flood prevention.
The British Air Force's aerobatic team, known as the Red Arrows, regarded to be among the best in the world, landed at Zemunik Military Air Base today. They were greeted by Croatia's own aerobatic team, the Wings of Storm, and the British ambassador to Croatia.
It's fantastic to have the Red Arrows here today to meet Krila Oluja. It's one really concrete sign of the cooperation between the Ministry of Defence in the UK, the Ministry of Defence here in Croatia.
We are a young team. We've been around since just 2005, which is not a long time. Any communication, any experience with other teams is more than welcome, especially when a world-renowned team such as the English and the Italians not long ago praise us.
A railroad bridge spanning the Sava River in Zagreb, referred to by locals as the Hendrix Bridge, was lit up last night with the name of the American rock legend. The bridge's new look was unveiled to the sounds of Jimi Hendrix. Years ago, the name Hendrix was spray painted onto the bridge. It eventually became an iconic piece of street art. The bridge itself is a protected landmark dating back to 1930. The bridge's new light show effect is triggered by the passing of a train. Taking a quick look at sports, Cedevita Zagreb has won its fourth consecutive Croatian Basketball Championships title after beating crosstown rivals Cibona 78-75 in the fifth and final game of their best-of-5 series last night. And now the forecast for tomorrow. Predominantly sunny with some moderate afternoon cloud development, bringing with it some showers and thunderstorms, primarily in the interior. Winds will be mild inland with a moderate northwesterly and southwesterly on the coast. Morning lows of 15 to 20 degrees Celsius, cooler in Lika and the Istrian and Dalmatian hinterlands, will give way to highs of 25 to 30 degrees. The three-day forecast for the interior calls for sunny skies on Sunday, followed by unstable weather, showers and thunderstorms at the beginning of next week. Predominantly sunny on the coast on Sunday with cloud cover and a chance of some rain on Monday and Tuesday. And that wraps up the news. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night.